George, George of the jungle, friend to you and me. Watch out for that tree.
Now when he gets in a scrape, he'll make his escape with the help of his friend, an ape named Ape. And then away he'll schlep on his elephant chef while Maggie and Ursula stay in step. I said,
George, George, George of the jungle, friend to you and me. Watch out for that tree.
ooh.
High above the busy city stands a mighty mansion. A mansion with antlers. This is no ordinary man.
An itchy antler. This means I've got a crime to stop.
He is Mantler, the man with antlers. Using only his antlers, his incomparable intelligence, and his ability to withstand severe head injuries.
I meant to do that.
Mantler hurries to stop a terrible crime.
Prepare to meet the antlers of justice.
The jewelry store is next door.
Sorry. Freeze! This is the robbery, right?
Yeah?
Prepare to meet the antlers of justice.
Hey, Mantler, catch!
Now that's using your head. Bling, bling.
Let's get out of here!
He hollers so loud it makes the bad guy's pants fall off?
Yes! Mantler mixes the cry of the caribou with the resolve of a ram and the breath of a buffalo. In issue 141, Mantler stops an international ring of test cheaters. Oh, and in this one, he meets Mantler?
Mantler meets Mantler? Like a parallel universe?
No, it says here, you can meet Mantler.
Oh, it's a contest, George. You write a letter saying why you're Mantler's biggest fan. The grand prize winner gets to meet him.
George, meet Antler.
Listen to this. 10th prize is a box of Mantler fruit snacks. 9th prize is an official Mantler antler hat. 8th prize is a lot. Millions of kids enter these things, and then nobody wins the grand prize.
But George is Mantler's biggest fan.
So, I'm the biggest fan of investigative journalist and folk singer Regina Dooley, but that doesn't mean I'll ever meet her. Believe me, I've tried. Don't listen to her, George. I'll help you. Dear Mantler. What else should we say to him?
I,
Oh, that's good.
George of the Jungle, am your biggest fan. Signed, your biggest fan, George of the Jungle. Your biggest fan.
Ooh, I like that. Very direct. Now all you have to do is check your empty mailbox for the next 8 weeks and then go to bed disappointed every night. No. Now we send in 999 more.
George is gonna meet Mantler.
George, are you okay?
George hasn't gotten anything yet. Mantler wouldn't let his biggest fan win nothing.
I told you, George, the chances of you winning anything are...
Hey, 10th prize!
Huh.
Mantler fruit snacks!
Dope. They probably give those to everyone who enters.
9th prize!
After all, they still need you to keep buying comic books.
And 8th prize?
They have a warehouse full of that stuff. The good prizes only go to the friends and relatives of the people who work there.
Woohoo! Look, A handwritten invitation on Mantler's personal stationery!
Dear George of the Jungle, you are my very biggest fan, and I would like to spend the day with you, signed Mantler?
George won! George won! Woohoo! You think George and Mantler gonna fight crime together? Or just have pancakes and talk?
Shh! I'm in the middle of issue 21 where he fights the evil sheep herder. I never realized how great these were.
Mantler's here! Mantler's here! Mantler's here!
I don't believe it.
George of the Jungle.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Meatler.
Mantler will not be coming to visit you.
I knew it!
I will take you to him.
George, meet Mantler.
I'm coming too! I'm coming too!
George and Ape embarked on the long, long drive away from the jungle. But it was worth a long trip for a personal, one-on-one meeting.
I'm sorry, George. Maybe Ursula was right.
No! Mantler obviously brought other kids here to meet Mantler's biggest fan, George.
Well, well, what do we have here? When I found out how many Mantler fans there are, my Antler sense told me to invite everyone to spend a day with Mantler. People often ask me, Mantler, what can I do?
Oh, I can't see!
Pipe down! I can't hear! This stinks!
Mr. Mantler! Excuse me! Mantler!
Identify yourself.
George of the Jungle, Mr. Mantler! Your biggest fan!
Wait! I'm Mantler's biggest fan.
No, you're not! I am!
He can't be your biggest fan. I've got a personal invitation.
But George's is handwritten on Mantler's personal stationery.
Yes, you've all got invitations because you're all Mantler's biggest fan.
Mantler stinks!
Let's get him!
Uh-oh! Mantler's in trouble! Mantler!
Where'd he go?
Everyone, please calm down, calm down!
We don't wanna calm down! Get the big hairy kid!
Hey, let go of me! Let go! No!
Mantler? Are you afraid?
No! No. Mantler? Afraid?
This reminds George of the time all the rhinos got mad and started a stampede. Oh, George was awful scared.
Well, what did you do?
George remembered what Mantler said. Sometimes using your head means hiding and taking time to think.
I said that?
Issue 202, page 9.
Will you help me think, George?
And together, these two great heroes thought. They thought and they pondered. They considered and they wondered. Until...
I got nothing.
Maybe your fans would like to hear the Mantler Hammer.
He used the Mantler hammer on us!
That's what I came to see!
We love you, Mantler! Antler!
Hey, Ursula!
George, did you have a terrible time?
George got a signed Mantler.
Well, at least you got something you can...
I'm taking the year off so I can spend an entire day with each and every one of my biggest fans, beginning with George.
Look, we're not gonna buy any more Mantler stuff, so...
George tells me you and I have something in common.
Huh?
I'm a big fan of investigative journalist and folk singer...
Regina Dooley?
Hiya, Ursula. So who wants to go expose corruption, then write a song about it?
I do! Hey, Ape! Isn't this the greatest? Ape?
A little help here?
George of the Jungle does more in one day than most kings of the jungle do all year. From building a rope bridge across a bottomless crevasse to other important things.
George is finally gonna taste his nose. Tastes like ape's nose. Hang on, Birdie! Oh,
You saved Toby! You saved my sweet little baby!
Mom! Not in front of my friends.
Oh, I think I speak for all of us stonepeckers.
Stone peckers?
Oh, you know, like woodpeckers, only with stone. Anyway, we can't thank you enough.
Saving jungle folks is what George does. Oh, and picking nose when no one's looking. Well, George is off to do his jungle duty. Ow! 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 Ouch! Ow!
George of the Jungle, we shall pay a tribute to you.
George hopes it includes ice packs. Boy, a 200-foot fall sure can make a fella sleepy. Good morning.
This is our tribute to you, George. We call it Mount Georgemore.
George has never seen so many Georges. It's beautiful. Oh, boy. I love my faces. Hello, George. George. Ow. Ursula, it's Mount Georgemore.
George, we're protesting this assault on what was once a simple natural rock.
Why doesn't she go give the hippos a hard time for peeing in the river? Sheesh!
George, Magnolia won't come out of her house. You have to talk to her.
Hello?
Those Georges, they're looking at me all the time. It's creepy.
It's just rocks, Magnolia. It's not like they can tell if you're wearing makeup or not.
You see me without my makeup? You see, George, Mount Georgemore just doesn't fit in here.
Well, George loves Mount Georgemore. George thinks it's one of the 17 wonders of the jungle. Right up there with the backwards flowing waterfall. Oh, and the easy to open pickle jar. You can protest all you want, but Mount Georgemore is here to stay. Forever! Good night, George. And George. And George. Oop, almost forgot George. Good morning, Mount.
Your mouth!
George, want to find out who did this?
Hey, you mind?
Aha!
I'm telling you, I just found the acorn there.
I know. And you picked that exact acorn because...
Because it was lunchtime?
Aha! George supposes you're wondering why he called you all here.
You went off to find clues as to who vandalized Mount Georgemore, and now I guess you found some?
Oh, Ursula's supposed to be wondering why she's here. Maybe it's because Ursula is the culprit!
What? What's your proof?
Might I look at your foot? A leaf! Where does a person get a leaf on her foot? I wonder. Oh, I know. In the jungle, doing bad things, that's where! Here's what happened.
So George thinks he can ugly up my jungle? Well, maybe it's time to ugly up George.
Ape, take her away.
To where?
George, it's the jungle. It's like made of leaves. George, your proof's on fire.
Not afraid of a charred leaf, eh? Interesting.
Not so much.
Because Magnolia was afraid of creepy statues staring at her. So, Magnolia must be the culprit!
Excuse me?
Plus, Magnolia loves redecorating.
Ooh, closing in for the kill.
It was a well-thought-out plan. Taking years learning to speak the monkey language.
How could I have hung out with a bunch of monkeys if I've been hiding in my room the whole time?
Yeah, right. So that can only mean one thing. Ape is culprit!
What? George, it wasn't me.
Oh? Well, then what is this?
That is my personal diary, and it is locked.
Uh-huh. Would Ape unlock and please read aloud pages 1 through 100?
No.
Aha! Ape has 100 pages of secrets. Ape, take Ape away.
Why would Ape do that to his best friend?
Back to the scene of the crime! George supposes you're wondering why he called you all here.
Well, you asked Ape what you should do, and he said to go... Oh, right. Yes, George, we are wondering.
That's better.
George, I think I see a clue.
Hey, you guys, look. Ear hair.
Aha! Culprits!
All right, so we did it. But you had it coming.
But snakes were the ones attacking poor defenseless stonepeckers.
Defenseless? You didn't see what happened before you showed up. Those poor birds were stealing our eggs.
Got another one. This is too easy. Help me!
Hang on, Birdie! You were protecting little eggies?
Yep.
So, you found out our little scheme, huh? Ah, well, so what?
Ape, take them away.
To where?
Of all the ungrateful heroes we've ever pecked tributes to, come on, stone peckers! We've got some pecking to do!
Run! George's treehouse! Oh!
Sorry, George. Sorry, George. George, sorry.
George, I'm sorry!
Way to go, George! You saved our home!
I sure hope George, and George have found nice, happy places to live.
General, this was just fired at us from the planet Earth.
And we will match them blow for blow.
Attack!